They're trying to hide. But can they hide today? They can't hide. They only hide before the other nation. And the nation, the Most High is waking them up slowly, and they see, they understand who is Esau. And they can hide before Christian, before our people that are still living in the midst of sin. They'll hide, but they can't hide before the brother in truth. They can't hide before the brother in the truth. The brother in truth, they know who is Esau today. Before we didn't know, today we do know. Through the Holy Spirit, right? So, let's check it out right here. Let's see what the Most High say about Esau-Edom. Go over there, Genesis 25 and verses 26. He said, well, that Jacob, right, hand to hold on Esau. What is the meaning? What does it mean? Let's read it. This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verses 8 through 10. 8 through 10. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, right, as we read in the book of Genesis, right, Jacob hands held first the heel of Esau. Why he'll tell him, for, right, Shalom King, Shalom, Shalom, more praise to the Most High. Okay, he said, for Esau, the Caucasian, okay, the so-called white people, okay, for Esau is the end of the world. Understand that? So you can't save them. Don't run to John 3:16, okay? Because this is a clear cut to John 3:16. Mainly to you Christian out there, man. John 3:16, 2 Ezra chapter 6 verses 9 is a clear cut to John 3:16. Okay, so you can't save Esau. Fortunately, you can't save Esau. Understand that. So keep your peace. Okay, repent and keep the commandment of the Most High. He said, the meaning, the father Jacob had Esau. This is the meaning. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. Beautiful. And that's the main reason why we tell the brother, the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian, let us repent and go back unto the Most High. Let us keep the commandment of the Most High. Come out from idolatry. Come out from Christianity and serve the Most High. He said, verse 10, he said, the hand of man is between the heel and the hand. Other question, Ezra, ask thou not. So what is the meaning? So that's the main reason why you see this Edomite, they're ruling today. That's the main reason why you see the four corners of this earth, from the north to the south, from the east to the west. Who is ruling the earth? Who is ruling the earth? The so-called white people. Economically, politically, educationally, you name it, socially, they're the one running everything. It doesn't matter the region. It does not matter the country. Okay? Whether you believe it or not, they're the one ruling. So the world is going to end on them. For Esau is the end of the world. That's why they're pushing for more deception, more weakness, so more people can die along with them. Esau understand that. The only people who don't understand are the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian. We don't understand that. We don't, but Esau know that he's running out of time. So he got to push for everything. We're the only one we don't understand. We're blind as a nation. As a nation. Esau is, he's preparing. He's getting everything ready 24/7. Right? So, they're the one ruling. The end of the world will come through them. The end of the world will come through the Caucasian. Are they from Europe? No, we're going to prove it. Where did they came from? We'll prove it. Okay. They were not born. Was Esau born in Europe? No. So how did white people end up in Europe? How did they end up in America, Canada, New Zealand? That's the question we're asking you. Because when we read in the Bible, Esau was born where? In the land of Canaan. Okay. The first so-called white person or white baby was born in the land of Canaan. Okay. In the land of Canaan. Understand that. And later on, the Most High allowed him to go take over the land of the children of Sei. That's where he dwelt in the mountain in the cave of Sei. Okay, that's why we call them the cavemen. They were living always among the rocks, high altitude, just as the eagle, which is the word, the symbol, the power. Understand that? So how did they end up in Africa? How did Esau end up in Europe? Right? As we're talking right now, America is dropping bomb in Syria. As we're speaking right now, as I'm doing live right now. Who's doing that? The so-called white people. And the one in Europe, they're all in full agreement with America because they're the same race, they're the same people. Understand that? There's no difference between them. Some of them might look cool, nicer, things like that. Overall, they're the same bloodline. The bloodline go to the father Esau-Edom. Understand that? So, we'll take a look at it and we'll see. So, the end of the world will come through who? Esau-Edom. Okay? So, let's go right here now. What we're going to do, we're going to go right here. We'll jump into another verses, right? Let's jump to verses 27. Okay? Actually, let me read verse 26 again. And after that came his brother out, right? And he sent to whom Esau hill, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Now, another thing I want to share with you, because a lot of people out there, they don't understand, right? So we'll give you understanding, right? Let us give you understanding so you know, okay? So understand that when Esau was born, right, he was described, right? You see right here, the verse 25, they say, and the first came out red. If you pay attention, they describe Esau, the first one that came out red. Red. They say, they describe him. Now, let's click on red people today. Let me go to Google. Red people. Let's see. Red nation. Let's see what Google is going to say. Okay. Let's see what Google is going to say. Okay. Let's see what Google is going to tell us. Okay. Understand that? So, now, when I click red, it showed me all these things, right? Let's go over there. Let's go right here. Because they know. Even Esau, he know very well. Let's put it here. Esau. Let's see what Google has to say about Esau. Let's see. Esau. Okay. There we go. There we go. You see? Now, you see, that's where he's always go. You let Esau himself reveal himself. Okay. You see what he looks like here? You see this Edomite right here? You see how hairy he is? Super red, right? Understand that? Okay. Let's see. Another one. Let's go a little bit more. Here. There we go. You see? There we go. Right here. You see that? All this right here. Esau-Edom. Okay? Okay. You see? There we go. They made a cartoon about it. Genesis 25. You see? Red. All over like a hairy garment. Okay? And all you see is Esau being depicted, right? It's Esau. Mainly, right? So now, there used to be an image I used to get, right? The red baby. Let's see the red baby. All right. Let's see. Red baby. Red baby. Okay? Watch this. Google is the savages too, man. Okay, you see that? Take a look at them. This is the Edomite. Okay? This is the Edomite baby. Okay? When they first born. Okay? You see Esau right here? You see Esau? This is Esau right here. Okay, understand that. Okay? This is the Edomite right here. Okay? This is Esau right here for you. Okay? Okay? That's Esau right there for you. Right? Red baby. Okay? That's Esau. Understand that? Esau-Edom. Okay? Esau-Edom. Right? Understand that? Esau-Edom. Red all over. Like a hairy garment. Alright? Let's go right here. I want to show you when they're born. Okay? When they first born, you see them. Okay. Esau-Edomite being born. Okay. You can see them. Not because they're sick. No. It's a clean leprosy. Okay. It's a clean leprosy. Okay. A clean leprosy. Born, right? Let's see. Okay. Let's take a look at them. You see them? Okay. Esau, you see them all over? Okay. This is the one you call today Caucasian. Understand that? Right. So understand that. You see them? They're all over. Okay? All over the place. They're all over the place. So we go back to Genesis chapter 25, and we're going to continue right here. We're going to read it. Right? Let's jump in. We'll go to verses 28, right? Or 26, 27. He said, and the boys grew. So keep in mind, we're about to read something very, very important. It's way too important. Okay? So he said, and the boy grew. Okay? The boy, they grew. Right? And the boy grew. And Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. Okay? And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tent. So you notice there is always like a difference between the baby. Right? First, they described the first one being red. They didn't describe the second one. Why? The reason why they did not describe Jacob is because Jacob looked like everybody on the earth from since the time of Adam all the way down to the day they were born. Understand that? So everybody were what? Dark skin with melanin. The children of Japheth, right? The Shemite, okay, or the Semite, the Hamite, they were all dark skin, different shade of dark or brown. However, when you jump to verse 27, he said, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. So let's go out to Google again. We're going to ask Google the definition of the word cunning. Like, let's see what is cunning. What does it mean, cunning, right? Let's see, cunning, because you got to understand everything. Today, the top race that go hunting you see all the time are the Idumeans, right? They're the one ruling and doing everything. They're hunting, they're the one that go to Africa, kill the lion, white tiger, whatsoever. They're the one. They're the one always with the gun. They're the one that said they need gun to survive. Hey, let's read it. Cunning is an adjective having or showing skill in achieving one aims by deceit. What do? They deceive you. Who? Esau-Edom. That's what they do. That's what Esau does. He's crafty. Esau is a witch. He's wicked. Watch this. Let's read it slowly. He said what? Having or showing, because if you want to hunt, you don't have to be cunning. Okay? You don't have to be cunning. You pray to the Most High, and then the Most High delivers the beast into your hand, and you kill it. And you take it. Right? You don't have to be cunning. Cunning means what? You're using deceit. You don't need to use deceit to hunt. Why do you need to go hunt using deceit? You don't have to do that. You set the trap, and then boom, and that's it. And the beast will fall into it. No, but Esau, he is about his deception. Right? He said men and women were equal. That's what Esau said. And our people believe that. Having or showing skill in achieving one's aim by deceit or evasion. You see that? It's a crafty, similar. It means crafty, willing, artful, guileful, devious, sly, knowing, scheming. You see that? That's what they do. Deceit. They'll use deception. That's how they operate. What do they use? Social service. To destroy the Native Indian family, the so-called black. They use social services to break apart the so-called Negro, the so-called African American family. They use the incarceration system to destroy and to kill the people. They use the wicked law that they pass today to push for war, homosexuality. They use law to oppress the people, talking about you got to pay tax, you got to do this, you need insurance, you need all that. What is that? They use deceit, weakness, cunning. Understand that? All right? Let's go over here again. Let's go over here again. So, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. He's always in the field because he's the one that killed Nimrod. Esau is the one that killed wicked Nimrod. Understand that? And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in the tent. You want to read it? You're going to have to read in the book of the Jubilees. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Why did Rebekah love Jacob? Because the Most High revealed unto Rebekah the prophecy, the understanding what is going to be happening. Okay? The Most High revealed to Abraham too, because Abraham, he loved Jacob. Right? Let's jump right here. The reason why Isaac loved Esau is because he was eating the venison meat. Esau was always in the field, killing animals, killing beasts. But Jacob was in a house, dwelling in the tent with daddy and mama. And Esau was a vagabond on the earth. That's why they're still the same till this very last day. Look at them. They didn't want to be a vagabond throughout the fuck of this. They didn't want dropping bombs in every country, colonize every. They're deaf. They're deaf. Everywhere they go, or everywhere they go, everywhere they go, blood always follow. Violence, bloodshed, rape, murder. Right? Let's jump here. Verse 29. And Jacob saw the pottage. So Jacob was just cooking lentil with some raw meat. And Esau came from the field and he was faint. Why was he faint? Because he just killed Nimrod. When you go in the book of Jubilee, right, and I'm showing to you, when you go in the book of the Jubilee, it tells you. Okay, understand that. When you go in the book of the Jubilee and you read it, it tells you that, right? Now, you know, I'm not going to read that to you right now, right? But I just want to show you. If you go in the book of the Jubilee, it's all well explained. It's all written and well explained over there. Understand that? So, Jacob, he was in the house, cooking, cleaning, helping out Papa and Mama all the time. Meanwhile, the other one, what was he? He was a hunter. He was out there in the jungle chasing after the beasts, you know, trying to kill the venison, right, as they do today in America. Hunting season is coming right now, or it's almost here, right? When they tell you you need a license. Back in those days, Esau didn't need a license, right? Isaac didn't tell Esau you need a license from the Most High. He was go hunting. Today, Esau tell us we need a license. If I need to go catch a turkey, guess what? I need a license. That's what Esau say. Because they're daily, they're cunning, they're wicked. They are being exposed slowly right now. And that's the main reason why we're making this video right now. Right? So let's continue here. So you can read the book of Jubilees, right? It says, and Jacob saw the pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. Why? Okay. Because the brother was just cooking the lentil with some raw meat, which was not fully cooked yet. But Esau said, listen, I want to eat it raw. Now, some of y'all might be thinking it's by coincidence. It's not by coincidence. Esau, he ate raw meat, uncooked meat. Uncooked meat. That's why if you take a look at them, they love to eat raw meat. And we're going to ask Google. Let's ask Google. He's going to tell us. Google is going to tell us right now. Let me ask Google quick. I'm going to ask Google. Let me ask Google now. Right. Either eating raw meat. Let's see. Raw meat. Okay. Okay. Let me, I'm a put it. Okay. I'm a put it like this. This is how I'm a put it. Okay. I'm a put white people eating medium rare meat. Watch this. Eating medium. We will ask Google. It's very simple. Okay. Watch this. Let's see what Google has to say. Okay. I'm telling you. Okay. It's not by coincidence. Watch this. Just on Google. Watch this. I'm asking Google, right? What is Google showing me? Okay. Okay. Watch this. I'm going to show you my screen. Look at this one. The raw meat. Is that a white people thing? Then another. Why do white people like to eat bloody meat? Okay, you see that? Why? Okay, understand that? Let's see. Let's click on it. Let's click on it. I'm gonna click on it. Then I'm gonna bring the camera back. Let's just click on image. Okay. Let's just click on image. Okay. And we're gonna see how they eat, their meat. Okay. Halfway cooked. That's how Esau liked it. Esau love it raw. Always Esau. He doesn't like it fully cooked. Esau doesn't want his meat to be fully cooked. Okay. 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 Always. Always. That's how they love it. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay. There we go. There we go. Esau-Edom right here. There we go. I didn't make these images. Okay. She want to post like this because they like it. You see that? You see how she's biting it like that? You see how she's biting into it? You see Esau? Esau's biting it. You see, that's how they always love their meat. You see that? Now, some of our people do follow them today. They follow them today. You see the eggs is not even cooked sometimes. You can see the yellow right there. The eggs is not cooked sometimes. Right? They love their meat always halfway cooked. They don't want it fully cooked. No. Understand that? They love it halfway cooked. They don't want it to be fully cooked. You see, halfway cooked all the time. You see the blood through? You always see the blood through. You always gonna see the blood through. Because that is Esau spirit. That's just Esau. You see that? He's cutting it right here now. Look at him right here. He's cutting it. You see the blood through? Always. Always. That's how. You go to the restaurant, you gotta be careful. If they're the one cooking in the restaurant, you gotta be careful. Okay? You gotta make sure that once you put your knife through that thing, and it's not fully cooked, you gotta tell them, come and take it. You gotta be cooked fully. Okay? It gotta be fully cooked. Because they love raw meat. Okay? Raw meat, they love it. That's just Esau's spirit. You see, Esau, he just done with it. And the heathen, they love to post along with them. You see that? Okay? Okay? You see that? And that's the main reason why the Most High jacking them up with cancer. Why? Because they want to do weakness. And that's the main reason why the Most High, he's jacking them up with cancer. Why? Because they're eating unlawful things. Right? So he red, bloody. Bloody, he asked the brother, he said, feed me like that, man. He said, I don't care. I'm about to die. Right? So therefore his name was changed from Esau to Edom. Right? And watch this. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me? So he said, I'm about to die, man. I don't care about my birthright. Because he's wicked. Right? He said, I don't care about it. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him. He didn't force him. He did it willingly. Right? He did it willingly. Okay. He said, swear. All you got to say, no, I don't want to swear. I don't want to sell it. You give me the food. I'm your brother. Very simple. He didn't talk like that. He said, I don't care. I'm on the point to die. Hey, let me have that nasty food. Give it to me. I want it. I don't care. I'll give you my birthright. Okay? And Jacob says, swear to me this day. Because in the Christian church, he said, oh, Jacob tricked him. Jacob didn't trick him. He asked me a question. He asked him a question. He told you, so all you got to say, no, I don't want to do it. It's very simple. If somebody asks you to do something, you don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. You did it because you're willing to do it. It's very simple. Right? And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. He swore. That's it. Why did he swear? He shouldn't be swearing. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentil, and he did eat and drink and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. He hated his own birthright. Right? So now we're going to move a little bit further down. Okay? Let's go to Genesis, okay, chapter 27. Right? Because we're talking about Esau. Who is Esau-Edom? Then another day, I'm going to go into the prophecy about Esau. What are the prophecies? Because those things will help the people understand who is Esau. Still, but that's another topic for another day. So let's continue right here. We'll go to Genesis chapter 27 and verse 39. I can start from 39, right? Okay, we'll start from 39. So understand. So Genesis chapter 27, right, is about what? The blessing, the death of Isaac, okay, and the blessing of the children. Okay, it's in our culture that our father died. Before our father died, they'll give to the children blessing. Understand it, right? So, let's read it. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, and verses 39 through 41. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. Actually, let's read from verse 37 so we can get understanding. Let me actually pull it up right here. So Genesis 27. Let's go over here in the blue letter Bible. Okay, Genesis chapter 27. Let's go over there. And we're going to read it in the blue letter Bible. Okay, bear with me. We're going to read it in the blue letter Bible. Though, my internet is not, on my laptop is not